In a small village surrounded by green hills and flowing streams, there lived an old lady named Savita. She had silver hair that shone in the morning sunlight and a face full of gentle wrinkles, each telling a story of kindness. Even though she lived alone, her home near the big banyan tree was always filled with warmth. Villagers loved her because no matter how hard life became, she never complained. Her eyes sparkled with hope, and her smile could lighten even the heaviest hearts. One morning, Radha, a young woman with worry etched on her face, rushed to Savita's home. "Didi, I don't know what to do," Radha said, tears streaming down. "My husband went to the city to find work, but he hasn't sent anything. My children are hungry and I am scared." Savita smiled softly. "Sit down, child. Tell me, what do you think will happen?" Radha shook her head. I feel like bad things will happen. What if he cannot find work? What if we lose everything?" The old lady nodded gently. "When we focus on bad thoughts, we feel weaker. But when we focus on good thoughts, our hearts grow stronger." Long ago, there was a poor man who had nothing. He had no food, no money, no family. Each day he sat by the river crying. One day, an old woman approached him. "Why are you crying?" she asked. "I have nothing," he replied. "How can I be happy?" The woman smiled. "Look around you. You have the river, the trees, the sun. There is beauty and life everywhere. If you focus on what you lack, your heart will stay heavy. But if you notice what you do have, peace will come." The man listened and slowly stopped crying. He began to see the good things in life. From that day, he worked with hope, and his life began to change. Savita looked at Radha. "You see, child, life doesn't change because of magic. It changes when you change your thoughts." Radha wiped her tears. "Can thinking really change my life?" Savita replied, "Every morning, tell yourself, today will be a good day. I will find strength. I will care for my children. I will wait for my husband." With hope, Radha left the house with a lighter heart. Each day, she repeated Savita's words. Slowly, she felt stronger. She worked hard, smiled at her children, and even managed to fix small things in the house herself. Weeks later, a letter arrived from her husband. He had found work and was sending money. Radha ran to Savita's home, joy sparkling in her eyes. "You see, child," Savita said, "positive thoughts invite positive changes. Problems will come, but hope can help us overcome them." The next day, Radha saw a neighbor, Meena, struggling to carry water. She remembered Savita's words, "Helping others strengthens your own heart." Radha ran to help her. Together, they carried water, and Meena's children played nearby. That evening, Radha felt lighter. She realized helping others brought joy to her heart and even made her problems seem smaller. Life was not easy. Sometimes the rains failed, sometimes sickness struck. Radha still worried, but each time she felt weak, she remembered Savita's words. Patience and faith can move mountains. She tended her garden daily, prayed for her husband's safe return, and taught her children small lessons about hope and kindness. Her heart grew stronger, and slowly, the village began to notice her resilience. Other villagers came to Savita with their worries. She told them the same lessons. Think positively, help others, be patient, have faith. The village slowly began to change. People smiled more, helped one another, and faced problems with courage. Savita's simple wisdom spread like sunlight through the village, touching every heart. Months later, Radha's husband returned home safely. The family was reunited. But more importantly, Radha had grown strong, patient, and hopeful. She knew life would always have challenges, but now she could face them with courage. She looked at Savita and said, "Didi, your words changed my life. I feel stronger, happier, and ready to face anything." Savita smiled, her eyes twinkling. "Remember, child, the heart that thinks positively and acts with kindness is never weak. Hope and love are stronger than any problem." Over time, the entire village changed. Neighbors helped each other, children played without fear, and even the poorest families felt hope. And under the big banyan tree, Savita walked quiet, smiling, knowing that small acts of kindness and positive thoughts could transform lives. Life will always have challenges, but positive thoughts bring strength. Helping others lifts your own heart. Patience and faith overcome obstacles. Hope is the strongest force of all.